Hey guys, it's Brannan Lawson. Welcome back to the Art Barn Studio YouTube channel. Today's drawing, we're going to be drawing a little friendly pet. Sometimes it can be an animal. Let me give you some hints. Big ears, big teeth, big feet. What do you think we're drawing? So we are going to be doing, I hope you guessed right, a bunny. Now we're not drawing the big feet. We are just sticking with the big ears and head. And he's kind of a cute bunny. Not very hard, very simple. So go grab your art supplies and let's get started.
Let's talk about the supplies in my pencil pouch. Pencils, mechanical pencils, crayons, colored pencils, and markers are all great tools to use during our draw-alongs. Okay, drawing our bunny. So I've got my student drawing paper. This is a 9x12. I have it vertical. I have our drawing guide if you need to print that out. I'm going to be using a permanent marker to draw with. I do have an extra piece under my drawing space just so it doesn't bleed onto my table. To get ready, we're going to take the top, just the one we're drawing on, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it. So I'm taking the short bottom. It's a rectangle, so we have two long sides, two short sides. The bottom short side, we're going to fold it to the short top. Then I'm going to crease it. This is to give us the center of our paper, our invisible line. That way I know the bunny's head should be more on the line and above the line. The body, as you can see in my drawing guide, is not much, so it's going to be way below the line. So I'm going to get my marker ready. Again, you can use a colored pencil, marker, crayon, anything you would like to draw with. If you do use a Crayola washable marker, just understand you can't paint your bunny because this type of marker will bleed. That's why I use the permanent marker. The first line is the shape of the head, which again is more of an rounded corner square, but we're not going to add the top part of the square. We're just adding the two sides and the bottom because the sides are going to be the ears. So there's my invisible line. I'm going to move a little bit above it. Like if my finger's at my invisible line, my marker is over here because this is the side of the head. So I'm going to come down, curve, and back up. Again, trying to make sure they're somewhat even. Notice I said rounded. The edges are not pointy. Now the ears is the next part. So this ear is going to kind of go towards that corner, that ear towards that corner. So I'm going to come up, curve it around, come to where I began and stop. Same thing over here, curve up and around and stop. Then I'm going to connect them with a straight line. And I know they're uneven. It's okay. So the ears, we have the outside of the ear and the inside of the ear. So this one's fatter. So I'm going to start on the inside of my ear up here at the top. And I'm going to draw the same curved line and then connect it here. So that's the outside of his ear that is curved over. This one is skinnier. So if you made skinnier ears, you can do it this way. Start at the top on the outside of the ear and follow that line on the outside of the ear. So this one was fatter, so I started on the inside, curved to that line on the inside. This one was skinnier. I started on the outside, curved on the outside. So you could do it either ways. I just did it both different ways so you could see. And again, it made my ears look more symmetrical than wonky. Wonky is okay. Inside of the ear, it's a long, rounded, like a pickle. And then we're going to make the body. So underneath, there's no neck, just the body. I'm going to curve down, all the way to the end of the paper. We do not want a floating body. And then start at the bottom, and I'm going to do a big U. Okay, his eyes. I'm doing simple dots. So kind of where this inside of the ear, I'm going to come down right above the invisible line again. Trying to make them as even as possible. If you would like to do a different type of eye, feel free to. And then on the invisible line right between, I'm going to add his nose, which is an upside down triangle. So you do a straight line at the top and then draw a V. Then you're going to color the nose in. If you want a different color nose, you don't have to color them with marker. And then his mouth right underneath that V, you're going to draw a straight line vertically, a little tiny line horizontally, or an upside down T. A few little dots on each little cheek. And then whiskers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And our little bunny is ready to add color. My last step before I add color is I just like to go over all my marker lines to make sure that they're all kind of even. Feel free to do that before you grab your coloring tools. Okay, so I'm gonna put my permanent mark away. Make sure you snap that on. What you would like to color with: markers, crayons, colored pencils, paint sticks, whatever you like. Today, I'm gonna focus on colored pencils. I think, and if you do a white bunny, then I would color the background. So that way the white paper stands out and it's not confusing like you didn't even color it. You could do gray, you could do brown. I think I'm gonna do brown. So I have... Okay, so go grab your tools and let's get started adding the color to our bunny. Okay, so I've added the color to my bunny. Now, here is a pro coloring tip I did not do on purpose. Sharpening both sides of your colored pencil is a great way to sharpen less. As you can see, as you color, it wears down pretty quickly. So my son likes to sharpen my colored pencils, so he likes to do both ends. Normally, do I appreciate it? No. But today, as I colored, I kind of wished my blue, or periwinkle, light blue, was sharpened on both sides because it allowed me to sharpen it less. I could just flip it over and use the other side. Pressure. Pressure is another tip. If you want the color to be darker, like you can see I made the brown darker on the outside of the ears, it is pushing harder on the colored pencil. And if you have a good set, they shouldn't snap or break on the lead. Now, if yours are not, if they're cheaper, they may snap. Again, if you saw another thing, I took my pink and I added a little pink here and there, and then I wanted to lighten up, so you can add a white on top to kind of lighten up the color. It helped a little bit, and I think that's it. So I hope your rabbit looks as cute as mine.
Thank you for joining me in this little bunny draw along. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you used any material is acceptable. You can paint your bunny, you can color your bunny, whatever you have, materials you have at home. So remember to share your artwork with me.